Just hours after LeBron James revealed he was leaving the Lakers, Bronny James's future took a shocking turn. Reports say he's already been traded, and the move has NBA fans in disbelief. The surprising part is why it happened. Let me catch you up. June 30, 2026, the day NBA free agency opens, and before a single deal is signed, before a single phone call between agents and GMs is officially logged, the biggest story in basketball hits the wire. The 22-time NBA All-Star has informed the Los Angeles Lakers that the franchise can move on without him because he will play elsewhere, as confirmed by Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul to ESPN Shams Charania. Not retired, not taking some time to think, done with the Lakers, moving on. James has informed the Lakers he will look to play elsewhere for the 2026-27 season, news that quells all the speculation that he would retire at the end of the 2025-26 campaign at 41 years old. Let that sink in. 41 years old, still running, still competing, just not in purple and gold anymore. Charania added that James shared the news early out of courtesy and appreciation for the Lakers, giving the organization time to begin its off-season plans. That's the kind of exit move only LeBron James pulls. He doesn't just leave, he leaves graciously, handing the organization a head start on the future he's no longer part of. And the Lakers president Jeannie Buss released a statement saying, "LeBron James is one of the greatest athletes in history. We will always be thankful for his 8 years with the Lakers, including the title he led us to in 2020 under the toughest imaginable circumstances and the countless records he broke in purple and gold. We wish him all the best in the future, both on the court and off. He will always be a cherished part of the Lakers family." James responded on social media, thanking the organization for its farewell message. The goodbye felt warm, mutual, like two people who built something great together, finally admitting it's time to go their separate ways. But here's where the story pivots, because the moment that announcement hit the wire, a second clock started ticking. Not LeBron's clock, Bronny's. What does that mean? For Bronny James, if anything at all, much is uncertain in that regard. But his contract status is not if he goes anywhere this offseason. It will likely be the result of a trade, given that his contract with the Lakers for the 2026-27 season is fully guaranteed. The year 3 portion of his rookie contract officially kicked in on Monday. According to Spotrack's Keith Smith, Bronny's $2.296 million salary for the 2026-27 season is now fully guaranteed. At the moment, there has been no indication that the Lakers are considering moving on from the 21-year-old guard. So right now, Bronny is locked in. At least on paper, he's not going anywhere unless the Lakers actively shop him. But with his father now a free agent hunting for a contender, the question everyone is screaming into the void is, will the Lakers send Bronny to wherever LeBron lands? LeBron is going to sign somewhere else, and then the Lakers are going to have a decision to make. Will they be thoughtful and send Bronny in a trade to the new team? Or will they be savage and hold out for a huge offer just to let Bronny play with his dad? The question is also raised whether LeBron would even push for such a move, or if he'd prefer to see Bronny try and blossom out on his own. It's clearly not something the NBA has ever had to deal with before. Fathers and sons usually aren't in the league at the same time. LeBron is different, though, and so the Bronny questions will get brought up both before and after LeBron picks a new destination. That's the storm. That's the situation. And to understand how we got here, to understand why this moment is so loaded, you have to go back to what LeBron's agent said almost exactly a year ago and what it meant for everything that followed. This didn't happen overnight. The cracks between LeBron and the Lakers had been showing for a long time. In June 2025, LeBron James's agent Rich Paul announced that James would opt into his 2025-26 deal with the Los Angeles Lakers without any fallback plan. That single move ignited speculation across the NBA that this might be his last season in LA, and that opt-in wasn't quiet. When James picked up his player option last offseason, he released a statement that indicated he was not fully satisfied with how the Lakers were operating. LeBron wants to compete for a championship, his agent Rich Paul told ESPN at the time. Rich Paul's statement made their position crystal clear. He knows the Lakers are building for the future. He understands that, but he values a realistic chance of winning it all. We are very appreciative of the partnership that we've had for 8 years with Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka, and consider the Lakers as a critical part of his career. Appreciate the past. Want something different for the future? That's polite speak for this isn't working. The Lakers' decision to build the team around Luka Doncic, the moment they traded for him, effectively ruined the relationship with LeBron James. That trade, the one that brought Luka to Los Angeles, was the moment the Lakers essentially chose their next era over their current one. And LeBron, for all his professionalism, felt it. The four-time NBA champion hadn't returned to the finals since the tumultuous 2019-20 season, and the lack of success with the Lakers might have been getting to everybody. ESPN insider Brian Windhorst described a scenario in which the Lakers would request James take a significant pay cut to extend their partnership. A pay cut for LeBron James. After 23 years of sustained excellence, James continues to sustain his excellence to a degree never before seen in major pro sports. Already the leading scorer in NBA history, a middle-aged James once again produced at an all-star level in 2025-26, his 23rd NBA season. Despite his age and the advanced basketball miles on his body, James averaged 20.9 points, 7.2 assists, and 6.1 rebounds in 60 games as one of the most productive players in the league. Alongside Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, James helped lead the Los Angeles Lakers to the number 4 seed in a stacked Western Conference. When Doncic and Austin Reeves missed postseason games with injuries, James showed he can still play head honcho, propelling his team past a talented Rockets squad. Before the Oklahoma City Thunder sent his undermanned team home, he still had it. He still showed up when it mattered. But the Lakers were already writing their next chapter, and LeBron wasn't the main character in it. Amid uncertainty regarding his future with the Lakers, James ended up involved in an explosive report that claimed Jeannie Buss had turned against him. The former Lakers controlling owner denied the report. "It's really not right, given all the great things LeBron has done for the Lakers, that he has to be pulled into my family drama," Buss said. To say that it wasn't appreciated is just not true and completely unfair to him. With Buss not making the calls, it seems that James and the Lakers were heading toward a divorce. So by the time June 30th arrived, nobody who had been paying attention was truly shocked. On Tuesday, Paul confirmed it. Just hours before free agency opened, Paul told ESPN that James will keep playing in 2026-27, but has informed the Lakers he'll be playing elsewhere. 8 years, 1 championship, countless records, and just like that, it was over. Speculation about James' future had been building for weeks following the Lakers' playoff exit. In May, he fueled rumors after liking an Instagram stories post from a Cleveland Cavaliers fan account urging him to come home. One Instagram. Like, that's all it took for the whole internet to start reshuffling rosters. And the team sitting at the front of the line wasn't Cleveland, it was Golden State. Here's where it gets wild. The LeBron James-Stephen Curry reunion talk that broke the internet has already evolved into something far bigger. A reported Warriors pursuit of not just LeBron, but of a full super team assembled in the Bay Area. The Golden State Warriors are at the front of the line in pursuit of LeBron James, per NBA insider Mark Stein. ESPN's Shams Charania reported that the Warriors had a goal to assemble a big four of James, Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Anthony Davis, who currently plays for the Washington Wizards. Read that again. LeBron, Curry, Draymond, and Anthony Davis, all in the same locker room. Stephen Curry and Draymond Green would instantly become one of the most fascinating storylines in league history. Imagine that for a moment. The two defining players of their generation, who spent years battling in 4 NBA finals, finally sharing the same locker room. The Golden State Warriors have been the loudest, most aggressive suitor all summer. Golden State positioned itself to clear cap room and use its mid-level exception. Draymond Green opted out of his $27.7 million player option on Monday, creating more flexibility for the Warriors to land James. Green opting out is the kind of move that tells you everything. That's not a player protecting his bag. That's a player making room for something bigger. It appears the Warriors are focused just on signing LeBron James in free agency, rather than working out a trade for Anthony Davis as well. ESPN's Brian Windhorst said, so the Davis piece might be falling apart. Despite reports from Brian Windhorst that a trade for Davis is now looking less likely, the Warriors remain in pursuit. But Golden State isn't the only team circling. Chris Haynes also reports that the Cavaliers are interested in bringing James back for a third stint in Cleveland. Cleveland, the city he grew up dreaming about. the city he delivered a championship to in 2016. The Cavaliers could emerge as a tempting route for LeBron, alongside Donovan Mitchell, with the potential arrival of James Harden fueling another candidacy. And then there's Miami. LeBron returning to Miami might be a pipe dream, but it's a strong fit. LeBron would have a generational star in Giannis Antetokounmpo, an elite defender in Bam Adebayo, and the chance to run point guard again, as he did in 2020. Their potential starting lineup could be Davion Mitchell, Andrew Wiggins, James Antetokounmpo, and Adebayo. The Warriors have already climbed to over 70% at Kalshi to be James's next team, with the Cleveland Cavaliers down to around 20% and the Miami Heat under 10%. The numbers say Warriors. The noise says Warriors. But here's what the Warriors reportedly don't have yet: a guarantee. While James teaming up with Warriors superstar Steph Curry in the Bay Area seems like a foregone conclusion for some, Golden State has been given no indication yet that they are the firm landing spot for James. ESPN's Anthony Slater reported, citing sources. While it may seem as if the Warriors are favorites to land LeBron James this offseason, he has apparently instructed his agent to speak to everyone in the league who is interested in him. What that results in, or when we'll have a decision, is still unknown. LeBron James, even in year 24, still has the whole league rotating around him. Every front office watching the door, every city holding its breath. That's what we're dealing with. And while all this is going on, there is one person who hasn't said a word publicly about any of it, sitting quietly inside the storm his father created, Bronny James. And his situation is about to become very complicated. Let's talk about Bronny. Bronny James is already preparing for his third NBA season. The 2024 second-round pick has continued to develop within the Los Angeles Lakers organization over his first 2 professional seasons, splitting time between the NBA and the G League while gradually carving out a reserve role at the NBA level. Bronny James has been a bit player for the Lakers in his 2 NBA seasons, appearing in 69 total games while averaging 2.7 points, 1.1 assists, and shooting 34.8% from 3. Those aren't all-star numbers. Nobody's pretending they are, but there's a trajectory there, a slow, stubborn climb that coaches and front offices tend to notice. He's a solid defender and made enough strides as a three-point shooter this past season, shooting 38.7% from 3, to offer hope that he might develop into a solid rotational piece out of the backcourt. James didn't play much during his rookie season with the Lakers, but made significant improvements in year 2. So much so that he was getting rotation minutes in the playoffs due to injuries to Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves. When the moment came, when it was a real postseason, real stakes, short roster, Bronny got minutes, and he held his own. James held his own during those minutes, and feels he proved something to the world in his second NBA season. So here's where the Lakers are sitting right now. They just lost the greatest player in franchise history since Kobe Bryant. The starting guards are going to be Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves for the foreseeable future. But the team doesn't currently have a ton of depth in the backcourt beyond those 2. There's very much a world in which the Lakers see Bronny as young, cheap depth they aren't willing to part with this summer. Waiving James would have only opened up about $1 million in cap space, which the Lakers wouldn't be able to do much with. Free agency is set to get underway on June 30, and the Lakers already have the most cap space in the league. Continuing to develop the guard into hopefully being a rotation player is the clear course of action for the Lakers here. So from a pure basketball perspective, keeping Bronny makes sense. He's cheap, he's young, he's improving, and moving him saves them almost nothing. But from a human perspective, the calculus gets murkier, because the man who made Bronny a Laker in the first place is walking out the door. In 2024, LeBron made history by sharing the court with Bronny as the league's first father-son duo. That was the dream. That was the plan. And now the plan has changed. LeBron and Bronny made history when they became the first father-son duo to ever play an NBA game together. And it's certainly possible the Lakers could trade the younger James to whichever destination his father chooses this offseason. They are not beholden to do so, however, especially if they envision a bigger role for Bronny going forward. And that's the heart of the decision the Lakers face. Do they treat Bronny as a basketball asset, a developing young guard they want to keep? Or do they treat him as a courtesy chip, traded to wherever LeBron goes as a gesture of goodwill toward the most important player in franchise history? The question is also raised whether LeBron would even push for such a move, or if he'd prefer to see Bronny try and blossom out on his own. It's clearly not something the NBA has ever had to deal with before. That last part deserves emphasis. This has never happened before in the history of the league. Fathers and sons usually aren't in the league at the same time. LeBron is different though, and so the Bronny questions will get brought up both before and after LeBron picks a new destination. So the biggest name on the trade market this summer might not be a superstar. It might be a 21-year-old kid with a famous last name, a fully guaranteed deal, and the most complicated free agency subplot in NBA history tied to him. If LeBron does sign elsewhere, and the Golden State Warriors are trying to make it happen, it will be interesting to see if Bronny stays in purple and gold, or if they look to trade him to whatever team his dad is on. Now let's zoom out, because what LeBron's departure from Los Angeles triggers isn't just a Bronny trade discussion. It reshapes the entire NBA landscape. The Lakers now enter a new era centered around Luka Doncic. After acquiring the superstar guard, the franchise appeared to be preparing for life after LeBron, regardless of what happened this offseason. Now that transition becomes official. Instead of building around a 41-year-old legend, Los Angeles can fully focus on constructing a roster around one of the league's premier young superstars. That's the Lakers side of this clean slate. Youth. The Luka era begins in full. But what about the rest of the league? Because when LeBron walks into a room, every other room changes. LeBron James' stunning Lakers departure opens an unexpected door for the Boston Celtics. The ripple extends that far. Every contender is recalibrating right now, trying to figure out what a LeBron to Warriors or LeBron to Cavaliers scenario means for their path to a championship. If Golden State lands him, LeBron and Curry finally become teammates, and Davis would give them the elite two-way big they have lacked for years. A core of Curry, LeBron, and Davis would immediately be among the favorites if healthy. If Cleveland lands him, there has been some speculation that James could opt to return to the Cleveland Cavaliers to potentially close out his career with his hometown team, where he played the first 7 years of his career and won his third NBA title in 2016. A third stint with the Cavs would be one of the most poetic endings in sports history. The kid from Akron going home one last time. And then there's the blockbuster trade scenario that's been floating around that would send the James family together, somewhere new entirely. A 3-team trade proposal involving the Miami Heat and Utah Jazz would send James, his son Bronny, and a $109 million $2 champion out of LA, in exchange for a starting center and a versatile wing. Under the proposal by Bleacher Report's Eric Pincus, Los Angeles would receive Walker Kessler from the Utah Jazz and Andrew Wiggins from the Heat, while shipping out LeBron James, Bronny James, DeAndre Ayton, Jared Vanderbilt, Dalton Knecht, Jake LaRavia, and 2 unprotected first-round picks split between Utah and Miami. That's a nuke of a trade proposal, but the fact that it's being seriously discussed tells you everything about how much LeBron's decision has destabilized the normal order of things. The biggest variable surrounding Bronny's future remains LeBron James. The 4-time MVP is one of the NBA's biggest free agents this summer, and his decision could shape the Lakers' direction moving forward. So here's where we land. Bronny James is, right now, a Los Angeles Laker. His deal is fully guaranteed. The Lakers have no obvious reason to move him from a pure roster construction standpoint. But his father, the reason he's a Laker in the first place, is shopping for a new home. And every hour that passes without a LeBron decision is another hour of uncertainty for Bronny's future. The father-son duo may be splitting up next season. That sentence right there. That's the gut punch underneath all the trade rumors and free agency odds and super team speculation. 2 people who made history just by sharing a court together, now potentially heading in completely different directions. LeBron chasing a 5th ring somewhere new. Bronny staying in LA, proving to the world on his own terms that he belongs. One way or another, it feels like there's a decision coming on Bronny James. It's just not clear which way it'll go yet. And that's the part nobody wants to sit with, that the most historic father-son partnership in NBA history might already be over. The history has been made. The records exist. The memories are there. Now it's time for both of them to find out who they are without each other.